Good day, everyone! I hope you're all feeling curious and ready to explore something that shapes how we think, act, and relate to others. Let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered why some people follow rules just to avoid punishment while others stand up for justice even when it's unpopular? Today, we will dive into the fascinating journey of moral development. Moral development refers to how individuals grow in their understanding of justice, fairness, and ethical reasoning. According to psychologist Kohlberg, this growth unfolds in 6 distinct stages across 3 major levels. Those are pre-conventional, where decisions are driven by consequences and personal gain; conventional, where social approval and law-abiding behavior takes center stage; and post-conventional, where abstract principles and universal ethics guide choices. As we go through each stage, we'll see how our moral compass evolves from childhood to mature, principled thinking. This framework helps us understand not just ourselves, but also the moral reasoning behind the actions of others.
Hello everyone, today I'll be explaining the pre-conventional level of Lawrence Kohlberg stages of moral development. Pre-conventional level, childhood. Pre-conventional level is the earliest period of moral development. It lasts until around the age of 9. At this age, children's decisions are primarily shaped by the expectations of adults and the consequences of breaking the rules. The key principle guiding all moral choices at this level is that decisions are based primarily on self-interest and avoiding punishment. Morality is viewed as something outside the self. Children make decisions based on what will directly affect them, whether positively getting a reward or negatively receiving punishment. This level is further broken down into 2 stages. The first is obedience and punishment orientation, avoiding punishment. The early stages of moral development, obedience and punishment, are especially common in young children, but adults are also capable of expressing this type of reasoning. According to Kohlberg, people at this stage see rules as fixed and absolute. Obeying the rules is important because it is a way to avoid punishment. For example, a child doesn't take cookies because they fear being scolded or put in timeout by their parents. They're making a moral choice not because they understand that stealing is inherently wrong, but to avoid a negative consequence.
Stage 2. Self-interest orientation. Self-interest orientation is when people prioritize their own benefits and interest. It's like, what's in it for me? In moral reasoning, self-interest can play a big role. People might do things that benefit themselves, even if it means others might not benefit equally. Here are some examples. A business owner prioritizes profits over employee welfare because they want to maximize their own gains. Another example is a person chooses a career path based on salary and benefits rather than passion or helping others. Self-interest can drive decisions, but it's not always aligned with what's best for everyone. It's all about finding a balance between personal benefits and a greater good.
Level 2, Conventional Morality. This is the second level of moral development, which is marked by the acceptance of social rules regarding what is good and moral. During this level, adolescents and adults start to take in the moral standards they have learned from their role models and from society. And this is where we realize that it is important to follow or masunod sa mga laws, rules, or any social order. This also focuses on the acceptance of authority and conforming to the norms of the group. This level includes 2 stages, which are Stage 3, Developing good interpersonal relationships, and Stage 4, Authority and maintaining social order.
Stage 3, Developing good interpersonal relationships.
often referred to as the good boy, good girl orientation. This stage of the interpersonal relationship of moral development is focused on living up to social expectations and rules. Example, a teenager agrees to volunteer because friends view volunteering positively. Another example for this is a student decides to join the school cleanup drive not because they're forced to, but because their classmates think it's good to care for the environment. They want to be seen as responsible and kind, just like their friends.
Stage 4. Authority and maintaining social order. This stage is often called the law and order orientation. This focused on ensuring the social order is maintained, where there is a strong belief that rules should be followed without exception to maintain order. Individuals will recognize the importance of laws and rules in maintaining a functional society by following the rules, doing one's duty, and respecting authority. For example, an adult chooses to drive at a safe speed since following traffic laws is crucial for ensuring safety. If it were in a classroom setting, the example will be students following classroom rules not just to avoid punishment, but because they understand that these rules are necessary to maintain an orderly and productive learning environment.
The last one is post-conventional level, also known as advanced moral reasoning. Decisions guided by higher ethical principles and individual rights beyond societal laws. So, post-conventional level is the highest stage in Kohlberg's theory of moral development, where individuals base their moral decisions on abstract principles and personal ethics rather than societal rules or authority. At this stage, people began to prioritize universal ethical principles such as justice and equality, and are willing to challenge laws or social norms that they believe are unjust. In this level represents a shift toward self-defined morality, emphasizing the importance of individuals' conscience. This level is broken down into two stages.
Stage 5. Social contract and individual rights. At this stage, people believe that laws and rules are important, but they are not absolute. Instead, laws should serve the greater good and protect the rights of individuals. People began to understand that society works best when everyone agrees to follow rules that are fair and just. However, if a law is unfair or harms people's rights, it can be questioned or changed. This stage values freedom, equality, and justice more than simply obeying authority. People think about what benefits the majority while still respecting the rights of each person. In short, morality is based on agreements and principles that promotes fairness, not just blind obedience. Example, if there is a law that says children cannot receive free education, a person in stage 5 would say that this is unfair because education is a basic right. The person would argue that the law should help everyone and not limit opportunities for children. They would also say that society is better when everyone has an equal chance to learn. This shows that in social contract stage, people think about fairness and the rights of individuals, not just about following rules.
Stage 6. Universal ethical principles. This focuses on doing what is right based on universal ethical principles like justice, equality, and human rights. At this stage, people follow their moral principles even if it means disagreeing with laws, rules, or authority. For example, a whistleblower who exposes corruption in their company chooses to speak up because they believe the truth and the public safety are more important than their own personal risk. Their decision shows a strong commitment to moral values. Stage 6 is about standing firm on what is truly right for all people. It reminds us that real morality goes beyond following rules. It is about protecting fairness and humanity.
In conclusion, Kohlberg's theory of moral development offers a powerful lens through which we can understand how individuals evolve from self-centered decision-making to deeply ethical reasoning. His six-stage framework spanning the pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional levels reveals how our sense of justice and fairness becomes increasingly guided by internal values rather than external pressures. This progression is not just theoretical, it reflects real-life growth in how we respond to rules, authority, and moral dilemmas. From seeking approval to defending universal human rights, moral development is a journey of becoming more conscious, compassionate, and courageous. As we reflect on this, let us remember that the highest stage of moral development is not obedience, but conviction. Let this be a reminder that true morality is not about following rules blindly, but about standing firm in what is right even when it's difficult.